Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a casted game of Age of Empires 4, and we're here with the one, the only, the Vortex. He's playing on his Smurf account at the moment, but he's here, sitting at rank number 2 on the ladder at the moment, looking very strong. His opponent today spawning in on the south side of the map. It's WLS. Now, this is a player that I personally haven't heard of. I don't know if you guys have, so let me know down in the comments if you've heard of this player before. Also, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. You know, why not? It's free. But I haven't heard of this player. But they're currently sitting at rank 80. I think it was 80, around 70, 80 on the ladder. And I haven't heard of them. And so I thought, you know, we would check out a game here. Playing up against Vortex, currently sitting at rank number 2. Obviously, Vortex is such an incredible player. So, this is going to be an interesting one. WLS is going to be playing here in the Abbasid dynasty. Whereas Vortex is going to be playing as the Ottomans. Now, this is a matchup that I tend to prefer the Ottomans with. So, this gives an advantage here to Vortex, you know, which I would have to say is the better player here. So, Vortex playing as the Ottomans, you know, great H2 pressure. Can do some real good damage onto the Abbasid. Kind of denies them away from going into a greedy play, as the Abbasid like to do. If they go for 2 TCs immediately, they can get punished pretty quickly. I mean, Ottomans have some units coming out pretty quickly. They can look to, you know, push the TC into the base of the Abbasid, and if they try and go for, you know, they try and look to go for a TC on the Deer Pack, for example, they can sometimes lose a vill or two. So we're gonna have to see what WLS looks to go for here. House of Wisdom is coming up. We're going to have to see what wing he looks to go with. I feel like Eco Wing's just too greedy up against the Ottomans. I feel like you got to be going... I honestly don't know. Because, like, Eco Wing is such a good... Oh, okay, well, there's our answer. It's going to be the military wing right there. Very fast age up coming through from WLS right there. Not deciding to go for any early wheelbarrow, but I'm sure he'll be looking towards it. Still does have 3 villagers there on the gold. But with this age up, he's going to be able to get himself 2 spears, 2 archers, and of course, access to the boot camp upgrade. Increases infantry health by plus 15%. That's going to be really nice for him. We're going to have to see how that does up against the Ottomans here, because obviously still, Ottomans, they've got their military schools, they've got their blacksmith, they've got their meta drums, so it's still, like, even if you do prepare for all this H2 pressure, it's still very difficult for you to hold on in this position as the Abbasid. The Vortex going to be aging up now with the twin minaret madrasa. Now, looks like WLS is going to be moving away from the gold. So, only gathered 127. I assume that's going to be for boot camp. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. And we see Vortex going to be coming in here with that first spear. Another reason why the Ottomans are so good here up against the Abbasid. They're going to get pushed off the stone here, or at least idled a little bit. I mean, every little bit of idle time here for WLS is, you know, it's a couple seconds more that the town center's not going to be going up. WLS, couple low HP vills right there, 15 HP. We'll need to be careful there. Age up does come through, and that will mean he needs a house down. He needs a house to there we go. House comes through. There it is. 2 spears, 2 archers, and that is going to be able to push away that spear. So the military wing coming in clutch right there to be able to give these units. That's going to be nice for him right there. He's going to be able to also put on some pressure back in the base of Vortex. This is something that we saw. I think it might have been Vortex and Luciferon do it, but basically, it wasn't up against the Ottomans, but they were playing as the Abbasid, and they would age up with the military wing, and then they would look to just harass a little bit with them, and then they would go castle age behind it. But I don't think that's something you can do here up against the Ottomans. But I still something you can do with the pressure. I just don't think the castle age behind it's the greatest of ideas. But a second TC could definitely be the play here for WLS. I think that's definitely what he's going to be going towards. Unfortunately, didn't go Eco Wing, so it doesn't have Fertile Crescent to give the 25% discount. But honestly, I don't think that's a huge deal. I mean, you managed to keep the spears away, and now you're gonna have to put some pressure onto the wood line. So Vortex gonna get pushed off here. Vils hop inside the TC, gonna be able to put some good damage there onto the spears. WLS has enough stone. Gonna be moving out now with 9 villagers. Interesting that he's going out to the... Okay, so he's gonna be going in between the berries and the gold. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad position. I feel like the deer's probably a little bit exposed. This is still relatively close to the TC. And you really want to keep that gold in your control. And also the berries are nice. You got the Abbasid bonus, so may as well. WLS going to be retreating back to the base now with the... Interesting. House got deleted. Spears. One of them may get taken out here for Vortex. This could be a good find for him. Spears may be able to pick off a Vil if they just hard commit in there, but I think it's a little bit late at this point in time. TC gets up, and no Spears. No one's reacting. No one is reacting. No one's reacting. Okay, there we go. Vortex are going to be falling back now. And we do have fresh food stuffs in for WLS, so that's going to be nice for him, giving the discount to Vils. 32 food per Vil. Going to save him on some food cost. There we go. Spears do finally get cleaned up right there. Vortex is on the way. He's got his meta out. Grabbed the Vizier for that, so going to be able to give the extra movement speed, plus 15%. He also got his first Spahi out as well. So, he deleted the house here, but now he's just going to be rebuilding it next to a stable. Interesting. Not exactly sure what the reasoning for that was, but he is going to be able to connect everything up here. So, we're going to have to see if he gets... He should be able to get tier 1 from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I should be able to get tier 1 from... there we go. Tier 1 Golden Age. Always nice to grab nice and early. Maybe if that house wasn't deleted, we could have got it a little bit earlier, but not a big deal. Vortex now going to be looking to really amp up the pressure. Double archery range, double military school, making those Spahi. Now, we're not on the public update preview, which means these Spahi are not the OP Spahi. Which, maybe something that will be changed in the next pub is that the Ottomans will be even better in the H2 pressure department. But for the time being, Spahi is still going to be the play here for Vortex. WLS is on the back wood line here. Vortex, take a look at his perspective. Horseman going to be coming in from WLS. And he has the 1 production building down. In saying that, he is constructing an archery range now as well. Archers will be able to get picked off here, but 4 archers... You know, 4 archers can do a lot of damage here to a single horseman. That is surprising right there. For the time being, Vortex is just looking to build up his mass. Plenty of archers coming through. He has that blacksmith down, so it's going to be giving that increased production speed. Vortex really looking to take advantage of this wood line right here. Does have double broadaxe in, so I'd assume this is going to be for a ram play. I mean, with that many Vils on wood, you know, 19, that's going to be more than enough Vils to keep up production of archery ranges. So maybe he looks to come forward with a Vil or 2 for a tower as well. We'll have to see, but horsemen for the time being quite annoying here. Able to pick off almost another archer right there. Just every bit of damage WLS can get is going to be really helpful for him. Triple archery range is now down, so WLS realizes what's going on here. Vortex picks off a villager right there. Gonna be nice for him. Does he have his +1 attack? He doesn't have his +1 attack. His +1 defense. It does look like WLS is now going to be grabbing himself his boot camp upgrade. Definitely a must-have upgrade here for your archers. So what is it? Plus 15%. We're going to see what that takes this archer up to. Going to take it up to 80. So yeah, that's quite a lot of health right there. That's been added to it. So if we take a look at your regular old archer, yeah, it's going to be able to add another 2-shot onto an archer, which is pretty huge, you know. But no, we don't have any blacksmith down yet. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind me. There's the blacksmith. Yeah, so WLS is definitely going to have to grab his +1 attack and defense for these archers. Because at the moment, Vortex, he has both now. So, yeah, WLS definitely needs these upgrades quick. In fact, maybe even drop down a second one, to be honest. Because we need these upgrades in fast. I mean, we just saw Vortex now has his upgrade for Ram's Siege Engineering. First Ram going to be coming down. WLS has limited time. Only has a small force out. He's only got 14 military right now, and one of that is a scout. Is producing a couple spears in here as well. I'm not sure where that... Am I blind? I don't see any barracks. Oh, he must still have them from earlier on when he got the House of Wisdom with the military wing. But Vortex, he's looking strong here. Second Ram gonna be coming down. Horseman for WLS gonna get picked off here. Honestly, not really the best play here. I feel like you want to be saving these back at home. Sure, trying to get some raids off is good, but if you're losing them like this, then that's not going to be good because Vortex's mass at the front of the base here is looking rather strong. Got to remember you got the meta in here as well. Plus 15% attack. Villagers going to be hopping inside of the town center here. Large production. Still looking strong here for WLS. Horseman numbers looking alright. We got no spear. We got a singular spear in here for Vortex. I don't think it's been upgraded though. Rams gonna be taking down the town center. We've got Vills inside the TC. We've got Vills repairing and Vills taking down these Rams. WLS, he knows how to defend this TC. The Rams gonna get pushed back at the time being. Horseman completely obliterated here. Really the archer mass that it comes down to. Horseman and Spahi numbers completely gone for both players here. Singular Dark Age spear here for Vortex is not going to be enough. Rams get taken out. WLS still has a decent villager lead right here. Up by 11. Honestly, he's held that really, really well. The TC fire really helps out there. Bills were able to keep it alive and take out the Rams. Honestly, WLS is looking in a good spot. I was not expecting that. He was able to hold this TC perfectly. And now he's still ahead in Vills, up by 13 because of that second TC. And you got to remember, all of the Vills are cheaper as well. So losing a Vill here and there isn't the biggest of deals. Like, sure, you want to be keeping them alive, but you're not paying the full 50 food for another Vill. And at the moment, you can see WLS is a little bit restricted when it comes to food. And saying that, you still got some berries here, some berries over here and here. But yeah, you really want to be saving as much food as possible. But Horseman numbers starting to build up once again. WLS looks like he's going to be moving out for another raid once again. More archers coming out from him. It looks like Vortex is also just going heavily onto the archers still. I'm surprised he hasn't added in like a stable, honestly. He's got triple military school. One of them is making metas. I always like this. I think it's super smart just to keep one military school on metas. Just a steady flow of them is always nice to have. Especially as Vortex does not have one here. I mean, he doesn't have down a stable to make them anyway. WLS is going to be pushing forward here with the archer mass. A questionable move right here. He's going to be losing a lot of his archers. Probably not a fight you want to be taking right there. Now, Vortex, he hasn't had through a Vizier in a while that I've heard. But I feel like the Imams here could be pretty huge. We're going to have to see what he does, though. Nice raid coming in here from WLS. Pushing Vortex off of those deer. And able to get a nice Vill kill in there as well. But Vortex, he's coming in for round 2. This time with 3 Rams. Some Spahi, which are going to get taken out pretty quickly there. But, you know, Spahi do go down. Archer Mass is here. Janissaries coming in. Vortex went for the Janissaries. He didn't go for the Imams. Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of works. Takes out the Horseman pretty quickly. But TC fire still helping out behind this. Villagers able to keep that TC alive. We've got 3 Horsemen sitting back here for WLS. Needs to bring these forward. Vortex still has the bigger mass here when it comes to archers. Horseman going to be running onto the Rams there. Villagers. WLS is just doing such a good job. Able to do so much damage towards the... Able to defend so well with the villagers. Yet, losing barely any. Still up by 18 villagers. And now, because Vortex has no meta here, WLS's archers are just better. They are just better in every way with the health. I mean, that is the only way they are better, but it's pretty significant. You see here, archers just able to take so much of a better fight with reinforcements coming in as well. WLS doesn't need to bring these forward. But yeah, we can see here, he's still going to win the fight despite having a smaller mass. And we see here, the horsemen, they took out so many workers. Vortex is so far behind when it comes to the economy right now. He needs to somehow recover from this. The horsemen have just been able to do so much damage, and at the same time, he's losing his mass on the front line here. WLS is playing the perfect Abbasid defense right here. The perfect Abbasid defense with the military wing. Wow. I mean, what a game this has been. WLS sitting at rank 80 on the ladder. Not even a Smurf account. This is a real account. This is a player, not a Smurf. That Med Imperial Armory gonna be coming through from Vortex. This is his sort of all-in play, I guess. I mean, it's not all-in, but this is what he's banking on to save him here. But I mean, WLS, it's only going to take him a couple minutes to reach Castle Age himself, and he's actually going into a farm transition at the moment. So it's going to be even less. We see it skyrocketing right there, up to 800 food a minute. More raids coming through. Archers sitting on the right, horsemen sitting on the left. It does look like Vortex is going to be able to get some raids through himself, but I mean, we got Vortex. I mean, WLS is going to be coming through here with the horsemen, so going to be all right then. Vortex. Oh, this is not looking good for Vortex. WLS almost double the build count right now. Looks like Vortex is going to be going into some lancers, as well as a mangonel. Horseman. It's going to be committing suicide right there. Not exactly sure what the plan was right there, but does look like that spar heat does get cleaned up finally. And WLS, look at the villager lead he's got right now. The only thing Vortex is going for him at the moment is that he's up to the next stage. But honestly, we see here WLS, he's saving up for the the next stage here. He's about to get it. Let's see what he ages up with. I mean, I guess you go Culture Wing, the upgrades. No, okay, never mind. Eco Wing it's going to be. Oh, listen to that Abbasid music. Actually, that's not Abbasid. That's Ottoman music. I mean, yeah, Ottoman music is pretty epic. The lance is coming out from Vortex. So he's gonna need to build a number of them though. Eco Wing is a minute 22 seconds away. If Vortex can put some pressure on here. I mean, Vortex at the moment just not looking pretty. So much idle time here. He's down by such a huge amount of bills. WLS hit. Not exactly sure what the plan is. I guess you just take out the high costing units, which is the metas here. Vortex also doing some long distance mining right there. Oh man, this feels bad for him. He's going to be moving back over to the Eastern Gold. And WLS for the time being just looking to pump out the horsemen. And looks to get some spears out as well. Probably to deal with the lancers when they decide to rock up. Does look like WLS does get his army wiped up in the base of Vortex. But honestly, that's alright. It's sort of intentional, right? Like, obviously you don't want to lose them if you don't have to. But if it keeps Vortex in the base for as long as possible, and not in your base while you're aging up, then it's worth it. We also have some stables at the ready. We've got 3 stables here. I'm sure that will be going into lances of his own. Another Vizier comes in here for Vortex. His mangonel is out, but the age up comes through. Vortex is going to have to put on some damage really quickly here. He's got a decent mass of cavalry here. Couple metas, 5 lances, 4 Spahi. Might be able to do some damage here, but he needs to be quick. Vortex, he's up against age 3 Abbasid now. We got plenty of spears coming through, as well as the veterancy upgrade. Phalanx upgrade, not coming through quite yet, though. WLS almost reaching that 100 villager mark. Looks like he's just building his mass at the back of the base here. Couple idle vills here and there. Not a big deal for him at the moment. His main priority is just to hold this cavalry mass. Vortex really starting to pump through these units, and this is the deadly Age 3 Abbasid, Ottoman timing. Except, you know, you're up against an Abbasid with double the eco. That's the only issue here. I mean, still, Ottoman's not looking too bad here, but I feel like if WLS can just hold this, he'll be looking in a fine position. And we see we got veterancy upgrades in on the spears now. No veterancy upgrade on the archers. And Horsemen just going to be looking to do some return raiding here, while the crossbows and spears here back at home are going to be able to deal with this mass. We've got a few lancers through from WLS as well, going to be able to take out the archers. And we see here Vortex not looking in a great position. Where's his mangonel? Where is the mangonel? Is it back in the base? I have no clue where the mangonel is. But Horsemen looking to do some raiding here. And we got villagers here. Oh my goodness, WLS. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? You just keep units here, keep your crossbows alive, and just let the villagers tank. They got textiles in, and you got such a big villager lead. I guess it's worth it. And we see here Vortex, 33 of his 54 of his villagers here are just idled. It's a round coming through on the cavalry. What does Vortex do in this position? I mean, you got another mangonel coming out. I don't know where the other one is. I think it must have died. Yeah, he's only got one here, so must have died. The Horseman will get taken out here, it seems. He's got a... Actually, maybe not. There's only one knight in here. Attack drums will help out, though. Yeah, and we don't have veterancy horsemen in. That's going to be a big factor there. But I guess you don't really need it when you're starting to introduce lancers anyway. It does look like Vortex's army is going to get taken out right there. No relics being taken in for either of the players right here. Despite both being in the castle age. Maybe something that WLS can look towards. WLS completely walled up the map. Last bit of wall remaining here, which that knight is going to be able to get through. Horseman finally going to get cleaned up here. Vortex has managed to sort out his economy slightly. More farms getting dropped down. I'm not sure if Vortex realizes how far behind in economy he is. We see the army value for WLS up to 5,200. And that's only going to grow. I mean, to be fair, they both have relatively similar villager kills. Looks like WLS just trying to recover still. Not looking to put any pressure onto Vortex for the time being. Maybe we do see a siege workshop or two getting dropped down soon. It's interesting that WLS has gone for this approach, actually. He seems like a very defensive player. Not deciding to... he's been doing lots of raiding, right? But I think he likes to play the defense game. I mean, the way he defended this TC was absolutely immaculate. And now he's just walled up the map as if he's preparing for another wave from Vortex. But I guess it also works, you know, like Vortex's way back into this game is going to be through killing workers of WLS. So walling up the map like this is just going to be able to prevent that from happening. You see Vortex has no way through, and now this is where WLS is going to be able to put the pressure onto Vortex. Vortex going for the same approach here with the walls. Going to be starting to pick up the relics. First relic coming in for him. It's going to be some nice gold income there for him to try and recover that villager deficit that Vortex does have. Mangonel is also out. 2 mangonels are out on the battlefield. Not sure where it's heading though. Where is it heading to? Okay, maybe that's not the best route, mangonel. You know what? We'll let that mangonel do what that mangonel wants to do. Mangonels is definitely way back into this for Vortex. I mean, look at the mass that WLS has right now. It's very ranged base. And you know what loves killing ranged units? Mangonels. Oh, huge shot coming through from that mangonel. Maybe able to get another shot off here. The WLS not paying attention. Another huge shot and another huge shot. Oh, these mangonels buying some value right here. I mean, if this mass can get taken out here by Vortex, and all of the relics start getting picked up, I mean, maybe that's the way back in for Vortex. He's still very much behind when it comes to the villager count. We see here WLS going to be going for some keeps. But WLS still keeping up the pressure here. Even more villagers going down. Vortex just finding it so hard to keep his vills alive. Mangonel will be able to get some nice shots in here. Nice micro coming through, though, from WLS. Look at that micro. Let's see if we can do it again. Nope. Wrong vills that time, but either way, it doesn't matter. The keep gets up, and the Mangonel may get taken out. I feel like you just focus it down with the keep, right? Or just get the horseman on it, and there we go. The Mangonel does get taken out. And now, at this point in time, it's looking so difficult for Vortex to come back into this. The crossbow's getting taken out. Only the one relic in the bank here for Vortex. He's bringing a second one back. I mean, maybe if you get like a crazy Wololo off, maybe that's the way back in, but uh-oh, Vortex. Vortex. Oh, the Mangonel. The Mangonel. It was so young. Villagers were being pulled there for Vortex. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too late. Now WLS. Honestly, he's not pulling that. Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say he's not making that many units here, but it's not needed as Vortex calls good game. WLS, rank number 80 on the leaderboard, takes out rank number 2. One of the best in the world with the greatest Abbasid defense of all time. Well, if you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.